asked tonight, Kamruzaman Chaudhary?
No, Navika, this I believe is an absolute no out here. You must understand, let us limit our discussion to the 51 boxes that Mr. Qadri has raised questions on that. The first question that needs to be asked, when Indira Gandhi kept these boxes in the Jawaharlal Nehru Museum and Library, was it donated? Yes or no? The first question. Second question, was it kept there for safekeeping with limited and restricted access? Yes. That is very well documented within the Jawaharlal Nehru Museum and Library. You can find out. If it is otherwise, and I ask and challenge Mr. Qadri to please file a case in any court of your choice to bring the Gandhi family to donate, to give back the 51 boxes that are there. Otherwise, will you be ready to apologize to the nation to claim something as yours, which is a private and personal property of the Gandhi family? Even in 1988, when Sonia Gandhi kept some boxes in the Jawaharlal Nehru Museum and Library, it was for safekeeping, not donated, first and foremost.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you mean by donation? What do you mean by donation? And once in 1971, if it has been given to the museum and library, and once again in 1988, then दी हुई चीजें वापस कौन लेता है? I want to ask Shehzad Poonawalla, is this a donation?
This is not donated.
And is this for safekeeping? What do you mean by is the government of India running a go-down for the Congress party and the Gandhi family that they will send to the go-down whenever they want to and take away from the go-down whenever they want to?
Let me give a more relevant example. Supposing somebody has donated, in his words, an idol or a significant structure to the museum. Can that family then go and claim from the museum that now I want to take it back? It does not work like this. First of all, this mansikta, ki public ka maal apni jeb mein dal, is a very old habit of Congress party. Like you have said, INS Vikrant, public ka maal apne parivar ke liye istemal. Then you have seen National Herald property. Public ka maal meant for running a newspaper, but it has become the private property of Gandhi family. Similarly, there are several instances. There are 3 or 4 questions. First of all, what is there in these letters that was being written by Prime Minister Nehru in his capacity as Prime Minister to public individuals? What is so private that it has to be hidden? What is so private written to J.P. Narayan? What is so private written to Edwina Mountbatten? What is so private written to the other personalities? Secondly, this is a public person and this is a party which says that we are in for transparency and right to information. So let the entire matter be disclosed. Thirdly, it is historical document. It is the legacy of the nation. Legacy of the nation means nation should have the full right to see what is there in it. Fourthly, we must understand that why is there this attitude of censorship, and that also just before the digitization is happening. Congress obviously has long history of censorship that we have seen. First Amendment also they have brought, anti-defamation bill they have brought, press bill they have brought. And finally, I want to say that this is not the only instance. There are 2 instances where this was done. Indira Gandhi, when she lost the election, 2 trunks of official documents were taken away and were in a sense buried. This has also come out in a very well-known book. And secondly, let me read from Maulana Azad's excerpts. I have often wondered how Jawaharlal Nehru won over Lord Mountbatten. Jawaharlal is a man of principle, but he is impulsive and amenable to personal influence. The arguments of Sardar Patel must have had some effect, but that could not have been decisive. Jawaharlal Nehru was greatly impressed by Lord Mountbatten, but perhaps even greater under the influence of Lady Mountbatten. She is not only extremely intelligent, but has most attractive and friendly temperament. She admired her husband greatly, and in many cases tried to interpret his thoughts to those who were not at first in agreement with him. This is excerpt of Mr. Maulana Azad. Now perhaps Mr. Kamruzaman Chaudhary and Mr. Vivek Srivastava can tell us what is there in such kind of communications that is to be hidden. Can you please explain key Mountbatten,
even if they are personal communications, these are properties of the country.
There's no, one second. Mountbatten was not holding private position.
Absolutely.
He was holding a public position relating to India.
Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Vivek Srivastava.
Let me cite you one very recent example.
Yeah, see, I'll tell you.
Sir, one second, sir. No, you cite example later, but can you tell us what influence was governing Prime Minister Nehru while making decisions for the country? Can you please elaborate on that?
I'll tell you.
Yes, sir. Please elaborate, sir.
I'll